Hey guys, it's Alex, All Day Cards. I thought I'd pop on, show off a couple of cool things I've picked up. Just a couple things lately. Yeah, happy summer. I'm a teacher. We have a week left, so feeling pretty good. Um, yeah, I got so I guess I'll start by with this guy right here. This is a Bob Feller Wheaties box back from 1937. So, yeah, pretty early Bob Feller item. I'm a big Bob Feller collector, especially oddball things like this. I love it. This one, it's kind of rough, I guess. I mean, it's fairly neatly cut, I guess you would say, which is, I like. It makes it present fairly well. It doesn't really have any tears or anything. For sure, got a little staining up here, and then generally got kind of just some browning. But it kind of has this cool like texture. You know, you can really kind of tell that it's from 1937. But yeah, the back of a cereal box from 1937, Wheaties with milk or cream and fruit. So I'm going to frame this one up. I've got the 51. Actually, I was going to bring it out. I forgot. I got the 51 Wheaties with Bob Feller. I have the complete box framed up in like kind of a floating frame. So I was going to put this in kind of the same type of frame and put them up in the card corner. Blank back, of course. Nice browned up, stained up paper, which I think is cool. Yeah, this was pretty reasonably priced. Definitely the type of stuff I liked to get, and looked pretty decent, you know, again, for the, you know, nicer ones like this, or just way too much money, hundreds of dollars, which is just not what not my budget. Just, yeah, it's just not how it is. Let's see what we got. So Wheaties, we got, yeah, just some cool kind of different stuff. It's just really what I've been into these days, like just out of the ordinary. I guess we'll go with this one. Have to have some Orioles in here, right? Speaking of the Orioles, they've been doing really well again. Man, the Orioles it's always, it's a great team to be a fan of, to be honest, but it's never been like, you know, super great as far as like, you know, are they really ever doing all that well? But yeah, they kind of started the season kind of so-so, and then did really bad for the past month or so. They fired the manager. They lost like 8 in a row or whatever it was. They can't find a pitcher. And then all of a sudden they've won the last 8. Although, yeah, they lost last night, but I think they won 7 in a row at least. So it's kind of up and down. It's interesting. But anyhow, what babbling on here. Sorry, guys. Here's a Venezuelan. You've had a minute to look at it, but here's this. I wanted a 1968 Venezuela tops. I just didn't have any 68s, which I did a little bit of research on like kind of the pop counts of the Venezuelas, and it seems like 68 is actually one of the lower pop counts, at least for on PSA. Which, not that I care about any of that stuff, but I just mean as far as like how rare the cards are. If you use how many PSA has graded. If you use that as just a general guide for how rare the sets are, 68 is, I forget if it was the rarest, but I feel like out of the Venezuela sets, it was one of the rarest, if not the rarest. I think maybe the early ones, the 59 and 62 were kind of comparable numbers, but I feel like 66 was the one that had the most. 67 was fairly, you know, there's plenty of them. 64s also, but 68s are a little less. So anyhow, I didn't have any 68 Venezuelas. I love collecting Brooks. This seller, he's got a ton of them. If you're into Venezuela Tops cards, Topsaholic is the eBay seller. I've gotten plenty of cards from him over the years. For whatever reason, this dude has like, must have an uncle in Venezuela or something, because he's got a ton of low grade, of course, you know, lots of ones of lots of Venezuela cards for all kinds of years, honestly. So if you're into any Venezuela Tops cards of just kind of everything, I've gotten several from him, and this is one there just aren't too many of on there. So it's the 68 All-Star, which I think is cool. I like side horizontal cards, and It's a 1.5, so it's pretty rough, but it looks pretty nice on the front. It's kind of rounded corners. You can tell the printing's different. It's kind of just lower grade paper and printing in general. So other than that, the front looks the same. And then the back, it has the same puzzle piece, but it does say Hecho, which is, yeah, Hecho in Venezuela. So these are actually made in Venezuela. So it says right there in the white. I'm sure you probably can't see it on the camera, but it says made in Venezuela, Hecho in Venezuela. So that's how you can tell the difference on the 68s. It actually says made in Venezuela. As you know, every year's got the different indicators of the tops versus Venezuela. But so anyhow, got that cool. And again, reasonable prices from that guy, Topsaholic. It's like he takes it's like TPS. Anyhow, search Topsaholic or something like that on eBay. There's tons of them. Moving along, guys. Sorry, I'm kind of talking a lot, showing two things, but that's a pretty sweet little combo of items right there. But here's another one I just thought was super cool. I feel like I might have seen this card shown on Mangini's channel, to be honest. So if you're watching, I was just watching one of your other videos saying how we influence each other on the cards we buy and stuff, and you were saying how you, again, Mangini was saying how he watches videos and ends up getting cards based on people's videos. So this was one I definitely ended up getting based on somebody's video. It could have been Mangini's, but it's the 51 Berk Ross Johnny Mize. So I actually didn't have any Johnny Mize cards, and one kind of loose goal I have is to just get a playing days card of every Hall of Famer, so which is a fairly attainable goal, I guess, other than Babe Ruth and Ty Cobb and all that, which I certainly don't have. But guys like Johnny Mize, I just didn't have any. But I've seen this photo. I just thought it was super cool. I like the horizontal, just a really cool pose. This is just a really nice card. This copy, it's a 6. I like in the black holder, SGC holder, and yeah, just a really nice copy. The registration's nice. It's nice and clear and clean. The centering's decent. This is just a super nice looking card, and it was again, my budget is generally pretty modest, so I get cards that I can afford that just happen to look good for me. So this one's just super. I'm just happy to snatch this one up. I mean, it's Johnny Mize, not exactly the one that everyone wants, but this card I just thought it's awesome. Get him on there. And then one more, guys. It's Boba Fett, Star Wars, guys. It's a 1980 Yo Play Spain sticker. So I do have a small Star Wars collection, and largely just I like Boba Fett. It's kind of a little mini collection of mine, and I like kind of the oddball things that are just cool. Just the older things. So yeah, a sticker from Spain. These are pretty rare. Again, it's 5 miscut, which I don't really care. It looks really nice to me. Nice colors. I like the green. But looks nice to me. There's blank back. But yeah, it was a reasonable price, and has the nice newer holder that kind of holds it. I used to hate the floating mini cards and stamps that were floating in the baggies. I hated that. I've got a couple that drive me insane to look at, but definitely a better solution. So good job, PSA, to make your holders better, actually. So that's my last one, guys. That's my stuff from the past couple weeks. But yeah, hope everybody's doing well. Go O's. Let me know what you think, guys. Take it easy. Bye.